Thank you. Takže než začneme, chcem vám povedať, že som veľmi nadšený.
Because we are at a point where there is information I'm going to share with you regarding trading that has taken me 2 years to learn.
Pretože my sme v takom bode, že tie informácie, ktoré ja s vami budem teraz zdieľať, tak mne trvalo 2 roky, než som sa ich naučil.
But we have a software that is about to launch that what has taken me 2 years to learn and to get results with will take you 2 to 3 weeks.
Ale my očakávame príchod softvéru, ktorý skráti tú dobu, čo mne trvalo 2 roky, alebo niekomu trvá 2-3 roky, tak vám alebo novým ľuďom bude trvať 2-3 týždne.
And this software has better trading results than I do.
What it said, huh? A tento software má lepšie výsledky tradovacie ako ja.
It has a 90% win rate.
Má to 90% úspešnosť. Wow.
Now, for those of you that have been trading with us for a while, you understand how incredible that is with trading. And this is 20 pips. With 20 pips profit per trade, it has a 90% win rate.
Takže tí z vás, ktorí už s nami tradujete nejakú dobu, viete, že to je veľmi dobré. Má to vlastne ten pohyb 20 pipov a úspešnosť je 90%.
Which I have posted in our group chat about the pre-launch of this software with the person that actually brought the software to the company tomorrow.
A ja už som dal informácie na skupinu, že pri launch tohto softvéru sa bude diať s človekom, ktorý ho priniesol zajtra.
He is the person that has the most experience in the foreign exchange and crypto market in the company.
A to je človek, ktorý má najviac skúseností s kryptom a s forexom v celej spoločnosti celosvetovo.
He has been testing this software prior to Mr. Holtenbugs testing the software.
On tento software testoval ešte predtým, než ho testoval pán Holtenbugs.
So I highly recommend whatever you're doing tomorrow at I think it's 7 p.m. UK time, make sure you block out that time for at least 2 to 3 hours so you get to see why he is more excited than I've ever seen him.
A ja veľmi odporúčam, aby ste zajtra, myslím, že to je o 8 hodine nášho času, si spravili taký blok 2 až 3 hodinky s týmto človekom, ktorý o tom bude rozprávať, a ja som ho ešte nikdy nevidel takého nadšeného.
Because in 17 years that he's been in the foreign exchange market, he's never seen anything like this.
Pretože 17 rokov, čo je na forex trhu, tak ešte nikdy nevidel nič takto úspešné.
So, you understand that why I'm starting the call slightly differently today.
Takže možno chápete, prečo začínam tento hovor trošku inak. And so, what is the point of the call?
Yeah, it's a good point. The point of the call is still because you will need to know the basics.
Yes. Takže a samozrejme ja sa pýtam teda, takže na čo tréningové hovory, ale to je zo srandy samozrejme. Budeme potrebovať vždy vedieť tie základy a ideálne je, aby sa človek naučil obchodovať sám.
And also, as you become a better trader, instead of taking 20 pips, with your own analysis, you may be able to take 50 pips or 100 pips from a trade.
A ako sa stanete lepšími a lepšími tradermi, tak namiesto toho, že si tam vezmete 20 pipov, môžete si zobrať 50 alebo 100 pipov.
Okay. Now, how many new people is there? Because this may be a foreign language to them right now.
Takže koľko tu máme nových ľudí? Ozvite sa nám, aby sme vedeli. Koľko tu máme nových ľudí, pretože to môže byť pre vás akoby cudzí jazyk, čo budem teraz rozprávať. Takže máme tu nových ľudí. Nobody's saying anything, but I'm sure we are.
Okay. If no one is, I will go.
Ja tu mám polovičku, lebo je v Senici prihlásený, tak ako, ale on vie základy, takže len až teraz sa prihlásil na... A traduje už na demo.
Mimi saying
Preňho nepotrebujeme.
there's a new person, but he's starting to learn basics.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I will be sending out this recording to some people. So there will be new people watching it.
Okay.
Mne sa mala pripojiť jedna kočka, čo som teraz s ňou bola. A akurát to s ňou teraz píšem, že môže sa pripojiť.
And my friend is coming any minute as well.
Sure. Okay. So I will still go through the basics in that case.
Takže stále si prejdeme teda základy. Yeah, maybe just for a little while.
Yeah. There's a few things with the basics of trading. The first thing is you need a plan, you need a strategy.
Takže pár vecí potrebujeme vedieť ohľadom tradingu. Prvá vec je, že potrebuješ stratégiu, plán.
If you're new to trading, you never traded before like me 2 years ago, then I want you to understand that this is a skill just like any skill that you can learn.
Ak si nový v tradingu, tak ako som bol ja 2 roky dozadu, tak je to zručnosť ako ktorákoľvek iná, ktorú sa proste potrebuješ naučiť.
And you do not have to learn everything about trading to make profit.
You don't have to know, right?
No.
Everything. A nepotrebuješ vedieť všetko o tradingu na to, aby si zarábal peniaze.
You need a simple system or strategy that works, that you use to make profit, and that's all you need. You don't need to know everything.
Potrebuješ jednoduchý systém alebo stratégiu, ktorá funguje tebe. Potrebuješ vedieť všetko, aby si bol profitový.
Okay. So first of all, what I will do is I will show you that the first thing you need to do when you're looking to take a trade is to see if there is news that can impact the trade you're about to take.
Takže prvú vec, ktorú potrebuješ vedieť, je, že kedy v ten deň, keď ideš obchodovať, kedy sú správy, pretože správy veľmi výrazne ovplyvňujú trh.
For me, the only pair I trade is gold versus US dollar.
Jediný pár, ktorý ja obchodujem, je zlato versus americký dolár.
So all I'm interested in is news that affects the US dollar.
Takže jediné, na čo sa pozerám, sú správy, ktoré majú vplyv na americký dolár.
So the news, here's the US dollar, and when the folder is red or orange, that is what can impact the US dollar and impact the price when I'm taking a trade.
Takže tu vidíme, že tu budú správy. Toto napríklad je o 13:30 a vidíme tam USD, pritom je červený folder. Ak je červený, tak to sú správy, ktoré veľmi ovplyvňa cenu.
So what I look to do is 15 minutes before the news or 15 minutes after the news, I'm not going to take a trade.
Takže čo robím ja? 15 minút pred týmto časom a 15 minút po tomto čase nerobím žiadne obchody.
If I'm in a trade, let's say 15 minutes before the news is about to come out, then I will close my trade.
A keď som v obchode, tak 15 minút pred správami zavriem každý obchod.
Okay. So the second thing I'm looking for, and I'm looking to the left because I've got my notes there, is the trend.
A druhú vec, ktorú si pozriem, je trend.
Is it an uptrend overall, or is it a downtrend?
Je celkovo uptrend alebo downtrend.
Okay. If it's an uptrend, these are the two patterns that I look for, especially when I started and I was a beginner.
OK. Takže keď som bol začiatočník, dve veci, ktoré ma zaujímali, keď bol uptrend, boli tieto prvé dva vzorčeky.
Because the key things you need to know is when to enter and where to exit the market.
Takže kľúčová vec je, čo potrebujete vedieť, je, kedy vstúpiť do obchodu a kedy z neho vystúpiť.
So this is what you look for in uptrend, these patterns here, which I'm going to show you in the chart. And when it's a downtrend, these are the patterns that you look for.
Takže v uptrende hľadáte tieto dve prvé zoskupenia tých troch sviečok a v downtrende hľadáte tieto dve spodné.
We actually have an indicator that can actually show you where these patterns are. But what I did, because we didn't have an indicator at that time, is I actually had these patterns stuck up on my wall. So when I'm looking at the chart, I'd also look at the pattern as well.
Takže keď som ja začínal, tak nebol k tomu žiadny indikátor. Takže ja som mal vytlačený tento ťahák a vždy, keď som obchodoval, tak som sa pozeral na tieto vzorčeky a hľadal som ich na trhu. Dneska už máme cez našu firmu indikátor, ktorý si môžete stiahnuť, ktorý vám presne ukáže, kde taký vzorček sa nachádza.
Because all I wanted to do is train my brain to see the pattern.
Pretože, čo ja som chcel spraviť, je naučiť môj mozog vidieť, kedykoľvek sa takýto vzorec na trhu ukáže.
Okay, let me see if I can find an example now. So I'm going to pull this all the way over here. Nope, let me put it there. Yeah. Okay, so what we're looking for is the trend. So what I'll do is I will put it on 4 hour. And overall, what you can see is there is a downtrend.
Tak, dáme si takzvaný 4-hodinový graf, v ktorom každá taká sviečka, tie paličky, čo vidíte, tak rastie 4 hodiny. A čiže takýto 4-hodinový, alebo 12-hodinový, alebo denný, aby sme vedeli celkový trend, kam sa cena uberá a vidíme tu jasne, že ide dole.
Okay, so now if we look at the market, what we're looking for is where to enter. So we're looking for a pattern that looks like this or a pattern that looks like this.
A teraz na základe tejto jednej stratégie sa pozeráme, že kde vstúpiť na trh. Do you have the indicator also here?
Yeah.
Maybe it would be nice to see.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't indicate everything, but yes.
It doesn't get everything, and some of them I would call BC, but it calls it a drop-based drop. It's okay.
Yes.
So let me show you here. These are the patterns we're looking for. And if I go back here, it's going to switch it back off. But let me see. Where's the arrow? You can see the drop-based drop pattern. Price comes up to it and then falls. It creates another drop-based drop here. Price comes up to it here and then falls. And then it creates another, I would say that's a BEC, but let's go with this one based on the indicator. Creates another drop-based drop, price comes up to it and then sells. So you can see.
I will try to translate it somehow.
Yeah, go for it.
Vidíte, can you please point at first the drop-based drop? Tu vidíte prvý ten vzorček z toho ťaháku a keď sa cena odtiaľ išla dole, ale keď sa potom znovu dostala do tejto výšky, tak sa zarazila a išla naspäť dole. Čiže táto zóna funguje ako magnet na cenu, kde cena chce proste po ňu dojsť a keď po ňu dojde, tak sa odrazí. A znovu, keď sa pozrieme potom, ako išla, potom si vytvorila ďalšiu drop-based drop, tak, a keď sa dostala do jej úrovne, pozrite sa, čo sa stalo, spadla znovu dole. Vytvorila si ďalšiu drop-based drop, tú tretiu, a zase, keď vidíte raz, dva, tretiu sviečku od poslednej drop-based drop, zase vošla do tej úrovne a spadla.
And then you have this one. So these are what we call ETM candles. And this, all that means is that a candle that gives you an indication of when to enter the market.
My voláme toto ETM sviečky a sú to indikácie, kedy vstúpiť na trh.
Okay, so it's the same candlestick you're seeing here, downtrend, and then this is the pattern that you're looking for.
Takže sme v downtrende, takže hľadáme jeden z týchto dvoch spodných vzorcov a to sú tie drop base drop, to je ten posledný, tie schodky.
Now, there are more things you can use for confirmation when you're more advanced, but that's just the basics of taking a trade.
Takže samozrejme sú ďalšie veci, ktoré môžeme používať, ale toto sú také úplné základy, s ktorými naozaj už môžete obchodovať.
And then what I'll do is I'll show them the pips movement, let's say 135.
Takže dajme tomu, že tu, keby sme spravili sell v tej úrovni drop base drop, čo my robíme, a po bod, koľko to padalo, ani nie úplne, ale treba len do polky, tak je to 135 pipov.
Let's say if you have $100 account,
keď máš stovkový účet,
you take one trade,
spravíš len jeden obchod,
which is equal to this lot size is equal to 10 cents roughly.
I would not even go there, maybe just to imagine. Yeah, what does it mean 100 pip move for new people?
100 pip move basically is the percentage in which the price has moved for the day.
Týchto 100 pipov, yeah, so it moved from the drop base drop around 135 pips, yes?
Correct, yeah.
Takže keby sme spravili sell na drop base drop a nechali by sme to ísť takmer akože zhruba do polky a toho pádu, tak je to 135 pipov. A to znamená, že ak máte stovkový účet, tak by ste zarobili, how much would a person make if they have a $100 account?
The $100 account, you'd make $13.
Zarobili by ste $13.50.
Okay. $1,000 account, you times that by 10.
A v $1,000 účte samozrejme to krát 10, takže tam by ste zarobili $135.
It's the same trade, it's just a larger account.
A je to ten istý obchod, len obchodujete s väčším účtom.
Okay. $10,000 account.
A pri 10 000 napríklad účte by ste pri tomto jednom pohybe vedeli zarobiť $1,350.
Again, same trade. It's just that you have a larger account.
Beautiful. A toto je vlastne jedna vec, ktorú sa učíme a s ktorou sa naozaj dá už obchodovať.
So you understand, and you can have $100,000 account, $1 million account, but you understand what I mean.
Chápete, môžete mať 100 000 účet, miliónový účet, chápete, čo tým myslím?
Just from being, you're able to make this money just from being able to identify where to enter and where to exit.
A to zarábate na základe toho, že viete, kedy vstúpiť do toho trhu a kedy z toho vystúpiť.
Okay. Now, is there any new people that have any questions?
Máme tu niekoho z nových ľudí, ktorí majú k tomuto nejaké otázky? Máte akékoľvek otázky, lebo na to ten kruh je, že možno ste tak noví, že vás ani... When I was very new, I had questions because I didn't know what to ask, yes?
Yeah, okay, which is fine. For me, I was the same. I was just learning and watching and learning. I didn't have many questions when I was very new.
Hej, tak sme to mali aj my, keď sme boli úplne noví. Tiež sme nemali veľa otázok, lebo sme nevedeli vlastne, čo skôr sa opýtať, alebo čo sa opýtať. Ale ak by vás napadla hociaká otázka, žiadna otázka nie je hlúpa. My všetci sme začínali s tým, že sme ničomu nerozumeli. Ničomu. Ja som nevedela, čo to je sviečka.
And it's okay if it doesn't make sense. I promise you, eventually it will make sense to you.
A takisto je úplne v poriadku, keď vám nič nedáva zmysel, alebo málo čo dáva zmysel, lebo tak to bolo aj u nás. A sľubujem vám, že vám to všetko začne dávať zmysel.
Now, I will answer any questions for people that have more advanced questions, and then I'll go into the more advanced trading today.
Tak a v podstate pre nových ľudí sme týmto skončili tú ukážku. Ak chcete, môžete zostať, ale ideme sa rozprávať s ľuďmi, alebo ideme rozprávať pre ľudí, ktorí už sú pokročilejší. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. So let's start with this week. So I believe it was last week. Let's say we were here. Probably slightly ahead. But on the daily time frame, does anyone remember me saying that based on this candlestick here, I believe price is going to come back down to this area?
Pamätá si niekto, minulý týždeň som hovoril, lebo teraz sa budeme rozprávať pre pokročilejších trošku dlhodobejšie trady. Že sme si minulý týždeň, že som hovoril, že verím, že cena pôjde späť sem do tejto zóny. Pamätá si to niekto? Má niekto takú perfektnú pamäť?
Because of this candlestick.
Nie, ja to mám v poznámkach zapísané.
Oh, perfektné. So Mimi has it in her notes.
Yeah, exactly right. And it was because of this candlestick with no bottom wick, and this the previous candlestick, the wick has not been touched, and this is on the daily time frame.
A bol to pre ten dôvod, že táto sviečka veľká nemá žiadny knot a tá pred ňou má veľký knot, ktorý nebol dotknutý.
And I think it was the previous week before we also spoke about it selling from around this zone, because if you do from the high to the low, we are in the golden zone.
A tiež ten týždeň predtým sme si na tomto tréningu hovorili, že toto bude zóna, kde sa to začne odrážať, pretože sme tu v zlatej zóne.
I believe we did mention this. I think it was a 12-hour, something in the 12-hour. Yeah, so we had this here as the place of entry.
Áno, v zlatej zóne sme mali túto veľkú drop-based drop na 12-hodinovke a to sme vtedy určovali ako zónu vstupu.
Why? Because if we look along here, I put a line here, you will see that this is a very strong area of support and resistance.
Lebo zároveň ešte ďalšia potvrdenie, lebo toto je veľmi silná zóna support rezistencie.
Let me make this line.
Doľava.
Can you see? Look what price does when it gets to this line historically.
Pozrite sa v minulosti, čo cena robila, keď sa dostala po túto líniu.
So you can see this is an important zone.
Takže vidíme, že je to dôležitá zóna.
Okay. So that was last Thursday. Now, if we fast forward to Monday, let's look at how price moved on Monday this week.
Takže toto bol minulý štvrtok a poďme sa pozrieť, čo sa s cenou stalo doteraz.
All I really want to do is analyze how prices move this week.
A jediné, čo ma zaujíma, je analyzovať si, čo cena spravila cez ten týždeň.
And give you an idea of what I believe is going to happen with price for the rest of the week. For me, I see it continuing to sell.
A tiež, čo verím, že cena bude robiť po zvyšok týždňa, ja verím, že bude predávať.
Now we're at that zone, and I'm looking now if it gave us any indication on Monday as to price starting to sell.
Again, please.
I'm looking now on Monday to see if there wasn't a candlestick or a pattern that formed to give us a clue that price is going to sell for the week.
OK, teraz sa pozriem na pondelňajší graf, že či je tam nejaký vzorec, ktorý by nám dal indikáciu, že už to začína predávať. OK.
The first clue for me is that price had not come back into this candlestick here, which is a break of structural candle, or you can call it institutional candle.
It didn't with the big wick?
No, it still didn't come back to the 50%, 38 to 50 to
Okay.
50%.
Takže prvá indikácia, ktorá mi hovorí, že musí ísť dole odtiaľto, je, ako sme sa bavili minulý týždeň na tréningu, tá BOSC sviečka, toto je BOSC sviečka a cena rada chodí po 50 až 61%, alebo 38 až 50% a ešte tam nedošla.
Okay. And so we can see here on the 4 hour, let's go to the 2 hour. Let's see if it shows us anything. Okay. Can anyone see any clues as to why price was going to start selling and it wasn't going to continue to buy?
Vidí niekto nejaké indikácie, prečo cena bude odtiaľto padať a nie rásť?
Because there is no stock pattern on the left side. There is no pattern going up. There is
Correct.
a screen going down.
Yeah, there's not a new higher high higher than this point here.
I didn't understand this to translate, to be honest.
There's not a new higher high. So you see here, price retraced, higher high, it retraced, higher high, retraced.
Okay, so you don't consider the big wick as a higher high?
No, there's no body.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's clear now. Áno, nevytvorila si žiadnu vyššiu výšku. A ja sa pýtam, že či ten knot nepovažuje za vyššiu výšku a povedal, že nie. To telo sa stále uzavrelo v tej línii dole.
Can you see that there's a resistance being formed here that price is not able to break above?
Vidíme, že tu je silná rezistencia, cez ktorú sa tá cena nevie preraziť.
Okay. It's important at what I would say at the end of the day to go back and look at how prices moved in the day.
Takže je dôležité, aby človek išiel spätne a pozrel si, ako sa cena pohybovala cez ten deň.
On a higher time frame, like a 1 hour or above.
Na vyššom time, treba s hodinovom alebo vyššom.
But for me, there's definitely the first clue is that it did not create a new higher high.
Takže pre mňa definitívne prvé vodítko bolo, že si nevytvorila novú vyššiu výšku.
So only two things that could happen is it's changing direction or it wants to do a bigger retracement to continue up.
Takže len dve veci sa tu môžu stať za mňa. Buď príde a spraví si retracement, schodík, alebo proste bude padať dole.
And what would be my target? Remember what I said about these institutional candles.
Takže a čo by tu bol môj cieľ? Pamätáte si z minula, čo som hovoril o institučných veľkých sviečkach?
Which ones are the important numbers that price likes to retrace back to?
Aké sú dôležité čísla, po ktoré sa cena rada dostáva? Kto vie?
0,382. Ak sa dostane potiaľto a pôjde, otačie to len, pôjde naspäť hore. Ak sa dostane 0,05 nižšie, tak pôjde smerom dolu. Aspoň takto mám poznačené.
Okay, so I will just translate the notes from Mimi, okay?
Okay.
So it says that when it comes to 0.382, that's a strong zone,
Okay.
or 0.5, anything below 0.5 probably will go down. Dobre som to preložila, Mimi?
Áno, ak sa to dotkne, if it touch only 0.382, retracement till this number, it will be going probably up. But if it is lower, then it is like the downtrend because the BOSC will be retest all the way.
Correct.
Probably.
I want to say something though. I need to clarify something for myself.
Sure.
Because for me, the golden zone is 0.5 till 0.618.
Yeah.
I consider this zone as a retracement zone.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
what
this is a retracement zone. When you see price break below that golden zone, for me, that's when there's a chance that it's going to continue selling or continue buying.
Takže 0,5 až 6,18 je zlatá zóna odrazu. Tam chce cena dojsť najčastejšie pri retracemente. Teraz nehovoríme pri BOSC sviečkách, ale pri retracemente všeobecne, keď si robí trhové schodky, tak najčastejšie cena príde do zóny 0,5 až 0,618. Ak by prerazila zónu 0,618, tak vtedy je pravdepodobnosť, že ide downtrend. Dáva zmysel? Je to jasné?
Ale keď to príde iba do 0,38, tak potom by to malo byť, lebo ono to nemusí ani do 0,5 prísť, lebo ja mám poznačené z minulého týždňa, keď som robila analýzu, že to prišlo iba po 0,38 a keď to príde len po 0,38 a tam sa to odrazí, tak je to potom uptrend, pretože to pôjde smerom hore, že retracelo to iba do 0,38 a potom sa to zmenilo kvázi ako keby smerom hore.
Dobre, Mimi, než to preložím. A to si robila pri BOSC sviečkách však?
Áno, to som robila, keď sme riešili minulý
To je
týždeň.
ten rozdiel, ktorý chcem, aby ľudia vedeli, že pri BOSC sviečkách to rado retraceuje po 0,38. Ale celkovo, keď máš normálne, že sa učíme o Fibonacciho, hej, tak celkovo, keď si trh robí schodky, tak rád chodí do tej zlatej zóny. A čiže aj keď je po 0,618, neznamená, že ide downtrend, ale že robí schodek. Ale pri BOSC sviečkách je to tak, jak hovoríš. Hej, len nech je jasné ten rozdiel. BOSC sviečky a retracement celkovo trhu. So, Mimi was doing analysis last week with BOSC candles.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it retraced on 0.382.
Yeah.
If it went below 0.5, it meant change of trend.
Correct.
Super, Mimi, by the way.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Yes, fantastic analysis.
And keep going back and retesting the analysis. Keep going back and retesting the analysis on the charts.
Tak, že fantastická analýza a ďalej choď dozadu a rob si tieto isté akože analýzy.
So the trade ideas that I posted this week, and there was one I didn't post. It took me maybe 5 minutes to look at the chart just to see where the areas of entry were based on me backtesting in the past.
Again, please.
So the trade ideas that I posted this week, and there was one that I didn't post, which also came in. It was all based on me backtesting and getting used to seeing the trend of how the market moves.
Tradingové tipy, ktoré som dával tento týždeň, tak boli všetky vlastne na základe takýchto mojich analýz, ktoré som si robil spätne minulý týždeň.
Okay, so first thing is here, I'm looking at the 2-hour time frame. What I would normally do is I would normally start on the daily time frame because 2-hour looks like an uptrend.
Takže prvú vec, ktorú spravím, ja si normálne pozriem najprv denný graf.
But when I look on the daily, I can see the overall trend is still a downtrend.
Lebo keď som si pozrel dvojhodinový, vyzeralo to, že sme v uptrende. Ale keď som išiel do denného, tak vidím, že celkový trend je stále dole.
Which allowed me to understand that the price is buying to retrace to continue selling.
Čož mi pomohlo pochopiť, že cena nakupuje len preto, že ide do tej retracement zóny a odtiaľ pôjde sell.
So I already knew, as I said before, that this was a zone, is a very important zone to look for sells based on the Fibonacci.
Takže ja už som vedel, že toto je veľmi silná zóna z každého pohľadu aj na základe Fibonacciho.
Now, I like to still have an entry based on a 2-hour or 1-hour drop-based drop or supply BC, or the other one that I spoke about, which was the rally-based drop.
Ale ja tiež rád zakladám svoju analýzu na týchto vzorcoch, ako už som hovoril, drop-based drop, rally-based rally, alebo to, čo sme si prebrali minule, to rally-based drop.
Okay, so for me here, you could potentially take a sell based off of this BEC here.
Takže za mňa potenciálne sa dal spraviť sell tu na tejto BCčke.
Why? Because you can already see that this is a strong area of support.
Prečo? Lebo už vidíme, že toto je veľmi silná zóna supportu.
This for me, this here was news. So this was manipulation.
Toto boli správy, takže tam je manipulácia. To nemusíme brať v potaz.
But let's say you were to take a trade from this BEC to the 38% retracement of this institutional candle, break of structure.
Spravili teda obchod od tejto BECčky po 38% tejto inštitučnej BOSC sviečky.
Okay, so if I play, we're still on Monday,
Takže toto je pondelok.
Tuesday, and it breaks through that zone, and it also broke through the golden zone. So that is the confirmation that it's going to continue selling.
Beautiful. Takže v útorok to prerazilo tú zónu a takisto to prerazilo zlatú zónu a to je potvrdenie, že naďalej predávame. It's beautiful.
Okay. But then there was something else I also wanted to show you. I think it was, let me keep playing. Okay. It looks slightly different here, but maybe if I go to this chart, will it show me the same? Okay, let me get rid of this. Give me a second. Let me get rid of my drawings. I'm going to show you something here where you can see, I think it was on Tuesday, I saw it. 2 hour, where I said, I'm going to find you an example of the rally-based drop, which I also posted in the chat.
Ok, minulý týždeň som vám chcel ukázať príklad rally-based drop.
Where was it? Here.
A tu ju máme.
Okay, let me get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of the lines. Can you see it here?
Vidíte to tu?
Here. You see the same pattern?
Okay. Aha, vidíte? Tu je ten istý vzorec.
And then when you look at where price came back to sell.
A keď sa pozriete, kam sa cena vrátila a odkiaľ sa odrazila na sell. OK.
But if you go to the 4-hour time frame, this was actually a drop-based drop in the same area.
OK, ale keď pôjdeme na 4-hodinovku, tak to je na 4-hodinovke to vyzerá ako drop-based drop.
It was here, yeah. So this was the drop-based drop that was being created in the same zone. So let me put the lines back on.
Did you find this rally-based drop stronger than a regular pattern?
No, it was just confirmation because I saw that on the 4-hour, this is a drop-based drop was being that was being created here on the 4-hour time frame. And so when I went to the 2-hour and it showed me another selling pattern in the same zone, that's what gave me confirmation that price is going to sell from there.
Takže na 4-hodinovej som videl drop-based drop a keď som si ju rozložil na menšie tajmy, tak na 2-hodinovke som videl túto rally-based drop a to bola ďalšie potvrdenie veľmi silnej zóny.
Saši, môžem sa niečo spýtať?
Áno, áno, jasné.
May I ask something? Okay.
Sure.
Maybe we can see in the okay. We have 2 or 4 hour time frame, and 3 candles show me drop-based drop, but the last 2 candles from drop-based drop plus the next candle make BEC up. What is also in this is they are the same candles, but the few of them show drop base drop, and few of them show like BC up.
Okay. The most important thing, if you see that, is what is the overall trend of the market?
Mimi, vieš to preložiť, prosím ťa?
Áno, v podstate ja som pozerala tak, že niekedy sa stane, že na dvoj- alebo hodinových sviečkách mám 3 sviečky za sebou, ktoré idú ako keby drop base drop, a následne z toho drop base drop posledné 2 sviečky plus ďalšia sviečka vytvoria BEC, ale uptrendové. To znamená, že na jednej strane je to ako keby drop base drop, ale takže dolu, ale ďalšia sviečka v podstate vytvorí ako keby k tým posledným dvom vytvorí BC up. A to som si napríklad všimla aj dneska. Väčšinou sa to stáva na tých nižších pattern, na tých timeframoch, ale napríklad teraz sa to stalo aj na hodinovke.
Je to ako
a teda, že čo má väčšiu váhu.
A čo povedal ti na to?
Že treba si pozrieť trend.
OK. OK, super. Jasné.
Môžem k tomu? Ja? Niečo?
Áno. Can Mirka say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Bude teda po slovensky, keď to preložte, že vlastne keď tam robil drop base drop a hneď na to BCčka, to znamená, že tá BCčka vytlačila cenu hore. A ona keď sa bude vrácať, tak bude sa odrážať BCčky hore.
Počkaj, skúsim prekladať. Takže where there was a drop base drop, after the drop base drop, the BEC pushed price up. OK.
Čiže cena je hore, lebo tá BCčka ju vytlačí hore. Ona sa bude vrácať potom k tej BCčky, čiže bude to odraz smerom nahore. Čiže je tu ten trend smerom hore a odraz bude zase smerom hore BCčky. Nie z drop base drop, lebo cena nedojde dole, aby sa odrážala drop base drop.
Ale niekedy tá drop base drop môže byť vyššia ako tá BCčka, pokiaľ ja dobrý mám obraz v hlave, či?
No, Mimi hovorila o prípade, že z drop base drop a hneď ďalšia sviečka urobí BCčku smerom hore.
Dievčatá, môžem? Takáto situácia je momentálne na 5-minútovom grafe. Že bol drop base drop a potom to išlo hore.
Can you switch on a 5-minute graph? It looks like...
Máme to aj na dvojhodinovke.
Vidíš, tam máš drop base drop malé a potom sa to otočilo hore. Je to 17. hodina.
At 17 hour, there was drop base drop. Otočilo, ale nevidím tam BC.
To the right.
Nie je tam BCčka, to nie je tam prípad, o ktorom hovoríme.
A na dvojhodinovke je obidvoje, Mimi?
Áno, na dvojhodinovke, ja už som ho našla. Dvojhodinovka, dneska dvojhodinovka presne 8. septembra o 21:00.
Can we go to 8 September 2-hour time frame, please?
Okay, let me go back to this chart just so that I don't mess up any of my...
Yes. You didn't finish here, did you?
Yeah, I did finish. The main thing was just to understand.
Can you show me how many pips that was?
That move?
Yes.
Okay.
Ešte než si prejdeme si jen tam, Mimila, ale chcem, aby on tu dokončil a ja chcem vedieť, koľko pipov tam sa dalo spraviť na tejto dlhodobej.
Okay, so from here
to
the area of support, if you caught it to there, that's 50 pips. If you caught it to here, it would have been 130.
Did you mean this one or the one that you... Oh, yes. Okay, this one.
Yeah.
150 pips.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But even if you just put it, had your take profit here at the area of support, then it will still be in about 40 pips.
A keď do toho napríklad padnú správy do takýchto dlhodobých swingových obchodov, toto nie je intraday, toto je swingový obchod, kde určite padnú správy.
Fantastic question. I have some point of view on that too, or something I want to share. But Mimi is asking for us all, this is swing trades. what do you do or what to do when news are coming?
If news is coming, then I don't really like to take a trade if news is coming. I like to see how the news has impacted the market, and if it's coming up to my zone, for instance, to take a trade, and it's half an hour after the news has come out, then I'll still take the trade, but not instantly after the news.
But if you take, let's say, 2-day trade,
A swing trade for 2 days.
well, that's what I meant. Like, let's say it takes more than 1 day,
Yeah.
the trade, and it goes through, through some news and all that. If you just let it go, or what do you do with it?
For me, I don't take swing trades. I don't take trades that are gonna last two.
So you don't take like a trade on Monday that will fulfill on Tuesday, though?
I will have a zone that I'm looking for price to come to,
Okay.
and I'll mark it out on Monday. If it doesn't get there on Monday, then it's still active for me on Tuesday. But
Okay.
I respond to how the market moves.
Okay, perfect. So I will translate and then I want to say something as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Takže Rowan hovorí, že on nerád robí cez nocové, proste niekoľkodňové trady, hej? A niekoľkohodinové OK, ale niekoľkodňové nerád. A ak robí, tak vždy s ohľadom na to, že keď sa cena blíži k zóne, teda keď sa správi, ako to povedal, when there are news, you look at where like you stop the trade or you sometimes continue the trade.
If I'm already in the trade, I will stop the trade. If I'm not in the trade, I will wait to see where price is half an hour after the news.
OK. Takže on, keď idú správy, on si vypína tie obchody. Alebo, a teda zadáva takéto aj dlhodobejšie obchody až po správach. Ale čo som si ja všimla pri dlhodobých obchodníkoch, akože iných vzdelávateľoch, tak oni správy neberú veľmi v potaz. Pretože tam sú tie zóny tak veľké. To sú väčšinou dňové, 12-hodinové BCčky a tie pohyby, to rozpätie je tak veľké, že oni tam tie správy vlastne zahrňajú. Ak to dáva zmysel.
Hej, to ste swingové obchody, ktoré v podstate máš aj niekoľko dní. Takže Roman robí len intraday v podstate viac menej.
On najradšej robí niekoľkohodinové, hej.
No, to je intraday, no, v rámci dňa. OK, ďakujem.
Ja môžem povedať tú skúsenosť na tom demo účte. Keď bol teda pustený obchod niekoľko dní, neviem, či to bolo až mesiac, 2 alebo aj 3, a bol to plný lot. A prešlo všetky správy a ja som tam mala zarobených 50,000. Zostane sa to účtom pri lote 10.
Hej.
Čiže pri plnom lote to vydržalo všetky správy.
Jasné. Mirka is sharing her experience from a demo account where she put a sell long term, several weeks. And it made, she had a full lot, right? It made 50,000. It made 50,000 regardless of news or anything, because the zones are so big, the very long term, right? This is what I was saying, like who is trading long term, really several days or several weeks, they don't consider news because the zones are so huge.
Yeah.
That it doesn't really affect.
Correct. Yeah, the zones, news normally moves the market 100 to 200 pips for gold. But if you are already 100 pips in profit, it's not going to stop you out, because your stop loss is normally bigger if you're taking a swing trade, which is for several weeks or months.
Takže správy sa pohybujú pre zlato priemerne 100 až 200 pipov. A keď robí človek swingové, tieto niekoľkodňové alebo týždňové obchody, tak tam tie zóny sú tak veľké, že mu to nezobere ten stop loss.
Okay.
A ešte sme teda chceli niečo dopreberať, že?
Áno, 8. septembra o 21.
So can we go back to 8th of September at 21 hours?
Sure. Okay. Okay, you mean here?
The next one, because there is the first is drop base drop, and the second pattern is like BC up. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
This
So
one.
what which one is the like the ako sa povie, že prednejšia? The first
Which one is priority or
priority, yes.
Okay, you mean this one or this?
Mhm.
Yes, this one,
Any
this one,
drop
this
base
one.
drop.
It's small. There's a drop base drop, and after them is like BC up.
But this is not really drop base drop.
This one.
Yes. No.
Oh,
The
this.
small one. The small one. There's drop base drop.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, okay, I understand now. So there's a couple of things. Here, if you look here, how many wicks do you see? Do you see a lot of wicks?
Pár vecí, čo vidíte, keď pozrite doľava. Vidíte tu veľa knotov?
It means that this is a strong area of support. When you see price keeps wicking into the same zone over and over and over again, it's a strong area of support.
Keď cena takto robí knoty, to znamená, že je to veľmi silná zóna supportu. Vždy, keď sa dostane do tej zóny, tak sa odrazí.
The second thing is, when you look at this drop base drop here, there's this huge wick that has been left.
Keď sa pozriete tiež na tento vzorec, čo vyzerá ako, podľa mňa teda drop base drop, ale není, tak to má obrovský knot.
And price normally doesn't just leave those huge wicks without it being fulfilled.
A cena zvyčajne necháva také obrovské knoty bez toho, aby to naplnila.
Okay. So anytime you see these huge wicks, I don't like to take my entry when I see a big drop base drop or BC, but has a very big wick.
You don't like to take your entry?
No.
As to when?
I don't like to take my entry at the body if I can see that there's a big wick above, because price normally comes to fulfill the wick.
Am I lost now? The only one? So you
I'll
would
say it
not
again.
like to take
Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Let me say it again.
Okay.
You see this drop base drop here?
Ide tu drop base drop, yes.
You see that it has a very big wick.
Yes, má tu veľký knot.
That normally means that price needs to come into this wick before it can
To
sell.
väčšinou znamená, že cena musí prísť spätne, zobrať si kus toho knotu predtým, než začne predávať. Before it starts to sell, yes?
Correct. Let me show you an example, because this BEC, there's no big wick. The big wick is below, not above.
Nemá, has no wick.
It has no big wick above. It just has the wick below.
Nemá to žiadny veľký knot hore, iba dole.
See, same thing here. It has no big wick above. It has the wick, a longer wick below. When you see a longer wick above, it normally means that price is going to buy higher before it sells.
Keď máme väčšinou takýto veľký knot dohora, znamená, že cena najprv musí nakúpiť do toho knotu, predtým, než začne predávať.
It's called a wick fill.
Wick fill. OK. Volá sa to naplnenie knotu.
Does everyone understand that? Or do I need to explain it again? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Now it actually make the pattern rally base rally, yeah, or BC, yeah.
Yeah.
So now it will be, when it's finished, the candle is good time to take a buy, because the price will climb until the knot, yeah.
Well, first of all, you need to find out what is inside this on a lower time frame that price can come up to before it sells. What is inside this on a lower time frame? So if I let's mark this out. This here. Actually, what I'll do, I'll do this instead. Does everyone understand what I mean by wick fill though? I'll say it again if there's people that don't understand.
Chápete, čo tým myslím, to naplnenie knotu? Chápe to každý, alebo sa k tomu ešte vrátime?
Môžem ja vám do toho vstúpiť?
Jasné.
Podľa mňa, dobrý večer. Podľa mňa obidva knoty v tejto dvojhodinovom timeframe sú výsledkom news. Aj tá červená, ktorá je teda viac vľavo, aj teraz táto zelená. Má to vplyv? Podľa mňa by to nemalo mať vplyv, lebo news v podstate len rozhádže, ale potom sa zastabilizuje. Proste obidva tieto knoty sú 100% news.
Jura is saying that these both two wicks look like wicks that were made during news.
Yeah, potentially it could be during news that these wicks were made.
And therefore it should not have any effect on the patterns or on the move.
It normally does have an effect on the movement because price doesn't normally just leave wicks like this without at some point fulfilling the wick.
Zvyčajne to má vplyv.
Even with news.
Cena, aj keď by to boli správy, cena nerada necháva takéto obrovské knoty nedotknuté. Aj keď ide o správy.
Don't just take my word for it. Look at how many times it happens.
Neverte mi, choďte sa sami presvedčiť, koľkokrát sa to deje.
Look at this wick. Look at that price came down, fulfilled at least 50% of the wick, and then it continued in this direction.
Môžem otázku?
Jo, jasné.
Povedal tam predtým, že prakticky cena nezačne predávať, pokiaľ nezoberie ten knot. To znamená, že najprv je v nejakej tej, jak sa to, stabilizačnej zóne, áno, že ide iba doprava rovno a vybehne potom na knot, až potom ide späť dole, ako začne predávať, tak? To by som to pochopil?
So you said that price usually doesn't, let's say, sell before it buys, if there is a big knot up. So there is, the question is, there is some stabilization time where the price goes right and then go up to get the wick and then go down. This is what you mean?
Yes, correct.
Áno, správne.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll go back to here. So on the 2 hour, it's just a big wick. 1 hour, this is what it looks like here. 45 minute. Hopefully let us go down. And now we start to see something. Do you see the pattern?
Takže tu vidíte ten vzorec.
Does everyone see the pattern that I spoke about?
The first rally base drop.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if we go to the, I'll put it back.
It's more BC drop.
Yeah, it's more like that, but you start to see an idea of, okay, this is what was happening inside the wick.
Takže aby sme mali pochopenie, čo sa deje v tom vzorci.
We go to the 20 minute. Let's see how far it lets us go, but it should allow us because it's this week. Let's see if there's something else inside. 15 minute. 10 minute. Now you can see. Inside the wick on the 10-minute time frame.
10 minútovke v tom knote. No, vidíme vzorec.
So what I'll do is here is I will put this and then we'll play and see if it comes back to this zone. 10 minute drop base drop wick. And then I'll put one at the body.
Takže dáme si jeden na knot, jeden na telo.
Okay, so let me get rid of this. So is that making sense though? When you see that there is a very big wick above the body of where you would normally take your entry, that the price is likely to go up higher before it continues to sell or to buy if the body is big. below. So let's say that this body was really long. I wouldn't take my entry at the body because price is likely to come and take out some of the wick first.
Jasné. Takže to som tým myslel, že napríklad pri tejto BCčke by som nedal vstup na buy v tele, pretože tam máme veľký knot, kde cena ešte chce prísť. Also, what I've observed is that many times right after BEC is not the rejection zone.
Yeah.
When the price comes back to it, then it's rejection zone.
Correct.
Right? A často, alebo väčšinou, skôr by som aj povedala, že pri tých BC zónach som si odsledovala, že spraví sa BCčka, potom sa cena nejako hýbe a až keď sa vráti k tej BCčke alebo k týmto vzorcom, tak vtedy sa to vlastne odráža. Vtedy je to odrazová zóna.
Okay, so I'll play. Let's see if the price comes up to that zone, hits that zone, and then it starts selling from there.
But it did. In this case, it did. Exactly.
It did wick above, but this is where it found an area of resistance before it started selling.
A tak, vidíte, čo sa tam stalo?
So the priority here was the BC up.
Yeah, the priority here was the BEC up, but only because there's this really
Because
long
of
wick
the top wick. Okay.
above.
And without top wick,
Yeah, without the top wick, then what you want to do is you don't want to force a trade where there is not, especially for taking longer trades, where
Yeah.
there's not a clear trade for you to take.
okay. So in the downtrend, it will be the priority without also the candle without wick. So it will be the priority drop base drop because the price has not the price is not dôvod, ako sa povie?
Reason.
Yeah, reason has not reason come up. Okay, reason go to up without the wick. Okay.
Yeah. You want a smoother trade. Sometimes you may only see a trade that fits your analysis maybe once, twice in the week.
Takže pri dlhodobých obchodoch nechceme skákať do každého obchodu. A niekedy stačí 1-2 obchody za týždeň, tak aby to bolo úplne potvrdené. Also, we have some questions in the chat.
Okay.
Maybe we can conclude with that if there is no more.
There's one more thing I want to show you guys, and then I'll answer the questions and we'll wrap it up. Yep.
Takže jednu vec, ktorú vám chcem s vami zdieľať, potom odpovieme otázky a potom to tu ukončíme.
Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour. Let's go to, where were we? So this was. Okay, so there was 12-hour. Okay. So you had this happen on the Tuesday where there was that 2-hour rally base drop. Okay.
Takže toto sa stalo v útorok a on Tuesday where there was the rally base drop. Yes, that's what you said.
And where there was also a 4-hour drop base drop in that zone.
Áno, kde bola táto 4-hodinová drop base drop a v nej bola rally base drop 2-hodinová.
And then if you fib from where the sell started with the previous high to the low.
Spravíme odtiaľ Fibonacciho od tej výšky, pokiaľ to spadlo.
You can see where the 38% zone is and where the 50% zone is.
Vidíme, kde je 38% zóna, aj 50% zóna.
Was it on the 4-hour? Okay. Now, if I play, you can see where price came to before it started to sell.
Môžeme sa pozrieť, kam cena prišla predtým, než išla predávať.
I'll rewind it here.
Can I ask, why would you do Fibonacci from there and not from the high? Or do you consider this higher high or lower high actually?
I consider this a lower high because it retraced from here. This is where it stopped selling and started buying.
But where you place the beginning of this Fibonacci?
Here.
On what zone? There.
Yeah.
Not the zone above. I would place it on the zone above.
You could place it on the zone above as well, but for me, I think it was also, I looked at the 2-hour time frame.
Okay.
And I could see that this was a zone where it had pulled back.
Okay, so you would, okay, this is important for me to, I will look for this.
Mhm.
So you don't necessarily take the higher, the previous highest high, or how would I do it?
I do. What
mean-
I normally do is I go to the 4-hour time frame and I look at where did price start to find an area of support before it continued to sell.
I understand. Okay, that's news for me. Takže Rowan tu vlastne dal ten Fibonacci od tejto zóny. A ja som sa len pýtala, že prečo ju ho nedal od tej výšky predtým. Tam by som to dala ja, hej. Že prečo ho dal tu na. A on hovorí, že v takýchto prípadoch ho kľudne použije od zóny, kde nachádza vlastne, že to je taký akoby malý retracement, kde nachádza odraz.
So I think there was also another indication. Let me see if I can find it. What's a different chart? It looks slightly different. Oh, so yeah, we're still on last week. That's why. Give me a second. Let me get to current week.
What is the date?
This one was Friday the 8th. Okay, so let's go to the chart. Is the right time? No, it's still going to Friday the 8th. Let me get rid of this. Okay, now we're here. Okay, so this is important.
Takže toto je dôležité.
Anyone tell me the candle that you should be using the fib on to see where to potentially take an entry? There's one candle that we spoke about a few times today.
So the question is if they can point a candle.
Which
where we
candlestick
should
is it?
use. Yes?
Yeah.
Takže vie niekto, o akej sviečke sme sa rozprávali minulý týždeň, kde by sme použili Fibonacciho?
Where is the break of structure candle?
Kde je tá BOSC sviečka? Break of structure candle.
V červenom, tá posledná, v tej červenej línii, to je break v podstate, ak sa bavíme z dlhodobého hľadiska.
The last one in red line.
This one?
Táto?
Yeah, correct. This is a very important candle because this candlestick broke this support.
Táto sviečka prerazila tento support.
So again, if I put a line here, you can see this was a strong area of support and support becomes resistance.
Takže toto bola silná support zóna a teraz je z nej rezistencia.
So if I fib from here to here, you'll be able to see. Price retraced this time into the 61% zone and then continued to sell.
Že v tomto prípade sa cena, it actually broke the 61, right?
Well, yeah, with the wick, that's what it looks like on the 4-hour, but on the smaller time frame, let's see. Yeah, it's still just the wick. It hadn't closed with the body above the 61%.
Okay, perfect. Takže Tuna retracovala až po tú zónu 0,618, ale ja som sa pýtala, že vlastne ju až prešla, ale neuzavrela sa. Uzavrela sa pod ňou, pod tou zónou a odtiaľ sa začala odrážať dole.
But what did it do? It came back into the zone that we spoke about of this candle to the left, which was this huge candle.
A čo to spravilo? Došlo to do tejto zóny. Hold on, it went to the zone of this huge candle?
Yeah, of this huge candle, it went back to this zone.
OK. Vošlo to späť do tejto zóny.
And there's something to bear in mind is you see that price bought up, but it still had to come back to fill this wick here.
Takže takisto treba mať na zreteli, že cena odtiaľto nakupovala, ale musela sa vrátiť po tento veľký knot. So you think it only went to fulfill the wick and it's going up?
No, I believe that price is going to continue selling tomorrow, and for one reason. And I'm going back to the daily time frame is this area here. It needs to it needs to fill this wick.
Yes, as you've said. Takže verím, že cena bude naďalej ale pokračovať dole, aby naplnila túto zónu.
And there is the one big red candle without wick below. So this is the second like a signal that the price will continue down because there is no wick on this big candle.
Yeah.
Like the wick below.
Yeah. So there's no wick. It's already broken below the area of support, and you have this area here. Okay. So that's the last. That was the last thing I wanted to show you guys. It's going to take repetition and time.
Treba tomu dať čas a opakovanie.
But keep back testing. It's important for you to back test. The only reason I've seen this and I'm able to look at the chart and see it is because I back test.
Ja to vidím len preto, pretože neustále robím ten backtesting a vlastne som sa to naučil vidieť.
Okay. Awesome. So you said we had some questions in the chat, and then we'll close off the call. Okay.
Yes, there is a question in English. Good evening. I would like
about the software.
If it will be available for everyone.
The software will be available for everyone. Yes.
Bude, áno. Bude dostupný pre každého.
What is the name of that indicator? It is Elevate ETM. Sorry, it's ETM candles. I think it is.
Ja ti to potom ukážem.
A teraz myslíte ten indikátor, ktorý on používa? K tomu máme aj na skupine návod, ako si ho stiahnuť. Na skupine iBoom telegramovej v podskupine Trading. Jedno z posledných videí. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bond.
You're welcome. Love you guys, and I will see you on the call with Mr. Nagamar tomorrow.
Takže vidíme sa zajtra na veľkom hovore s pánom Nagama. Thank you, ahojte.
Thank
you so much. Thank you very much.
Ciao.
Saši, ďakujeme veľmi pekne. Zase sme o kúsok múdrejší.
Ďakujem krásne.
Majte sa.